Hello everyone, hope you are doing great today and welcome back to Pacific Front channel. Today, it's gonna be a little bit different from my regular video because it's the end of May, so I thought it will be a good idea if we look at what happened in Indo-Pacific region during this month. Not only focus on Indonesian military topics, but also to see what other countries in the regions do, from new tech, defense procurement, to military activity. And since my channel name is Pacific Front, I feel like I have a duty to make a video like this as well. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out our first headline. News number 1 comes from Indonesia's Rafale procurement plan. Sad to say that Indonesia's dream to get the Rafale is not going to happen anytime soon. Indonesia has made a lot of progress to procure 36 Rafale multi-role fighter aircraft from Dassault Aviation, but the formal procurement contract for this aircraft may be delayed due to a lack of clarity over funding. We saw in February a delegation from Dassault Aviation led by their Vice President for Business Development and Vice President for Offset visited Indonesia to talk about a potential offset and financing agreement. And in March, Indonesian Ministry of Defense has since raised a request for the plan to be funded with foreign source loan. However, according to a schedule of national project published by Bappenas, or Indonesian Ministry of National Development Planning, including national programs for which foreign loans can be obtained for the year, doesn't include the Rafale procurement plan. Given the lack of endorsement from Bappenas, the plan to procure 36 Rafale multi-role fighter aircraft has not been published by the Indonesian Ministry of Finance as a defense procurement plan for the 2021 financial year. Somehow, I knew it would happen, considering the current situation. With the pandemic still not under control and the national economic growth is still below 0%, something like this is inevitable. I'm sure the government is still have to focus on the more important things like vaccination program and economic relief effort. Still from Indonesia, on 22 May, Pindad announced that their tank boat prototype has undergone a series of sea and weapons trial in waters of East Java. They test fire its 30mm cannon at the Navy's firing range at Paiton, East Java, after traveling from its manufacturing port in Banyuwangi, covering a total distance of 170 nautical miles from Banyuwangi to Paiton and back. The tank boat is fitted with a Cockerill 30-30 turret mounting a Northrop Grumman Mk44 30mm automatic cannon. It's also armed with two 50-cal heavy machine guns mounted on separate remote weapon stations located at different parts of the vessel. According to Pindad, this craft can carry up to 60 personnel with 5 crew, has a maximum speed of 40 knots and a maximum range of 600 nautical miles at 9 knots. This boat is meant to support Indonesian Armed Force in conducting patrols along Indonesia's seas, river, and coast, also take on operations associated with the Coast Guard. Glad to see it's already equipped with a digital cockpit. It looks very advanced in my opinion, and I have no doubt with the 30mm variant. But how about the 105mm ones? Well, I guess we still have to wait a little bit longer for that. And if you are curious about this boat and the potential that it has, I made a video talking about it a couple months ago. You can watch it by clicking the video card on the top right corner. The next news comes from the Philippines. Philippine Secretary of National Defense Delfin Lorenzana revealed on 24 May that Manila has ordered 6 Turkish Aerospace T-129B attack helicopters for the Philippine Air Force, with deliveries expected to begin in the third quarter of this year, according to the state-owned Philippine news agency PNA. Manila has set aside about 13.8 billion peso or $286.6 million for the attack helicopter program, adding that the new multi-role twin-engine tandem seat platform are expected to enhance the rotary wing combat capabilities of the Philippine Air Force, which currently operates MD-520MG and AW-109E light attack helicopters in the counterinsurgency and ground support roles. This budget is sufficient to acquire at least 6 T-129B helicopters along with related equipment, spares, support, and training. The remark from Secretary Lorenzana came after the PAF announced on 22 May that they were sending pilots and maintenance crew from the 15th Strike Wing to Turkey to undergo T-129B training at TF facility in Ankara between late May and August. From the Philippines, we are continuing to the coast of Kagoshima, Japan, where amphibious exercise Jeanne d'Arc 21 or ARC-21, kick off on 12 May 2021 with the Royal Australian Navy, French Navy, GMSDF, and the US Navy. This exercise brings together service members from each nation military in an effort to enhance interoperability in pursuit of common regional security goals. According to the GMSDF, ARC-21 will strengthen defense cooperation between the four countries toward the realization of a free and open Indo-Pacific. The goal of the exercise is to improve the tactical skill of the navies involved in the field of islands defense. The French Navy commander of the Pacific Zone said that one of the objectives of the amphibious exercise will be to retake an island. This exercise is arguably massive, with the Japanese participating unit includes helicopter destroyer JS Ise, guided missile destroyer JS Ashigara and JS Kongo, destroyer JS Asahi, LST JS Osumi, patrol boat JS Otaka and Shirataka, also an unmanned submarine. The US Navy sent an LPD USS New Orleans, P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft, and MV-22 Osprey. The French Navy sent Mistral-class LHD FS Tonnerre and frigate FS Surcouf, while the Royal Australian Navy sent frigate HMAS Parramatta. Exercise ARC-21 ends on 16 May 2021. While the Australian, French, Japanese, and the US Navy are doing an exercise, the People's Liberation Army Ground Force is modernizing, more specifically for the Xinjiang Military Command, with Chinese media revealing on 16 May that Xinjiang recently received elements of a medium combined arms battalion. China Central Television CCTV released footage of an induction ceremony for about 70 protected wheeled platforms, including dozens of GLB-9 series 8x8 platforms, at least 14 ZTL-11 direct fire support vehicles armed with 105mm gun, at least 19 ZBL-9 infantry fighting vehicles, 6 supporting elements including a ZBL-9-based armored recovery vehicle, as well as 6 command and control platforms based on the 8x8 hull. The Xinjiang Military Command has been commissioning multiple types of advanced weaponry over the past year. It is part of modernization and mechanization of the PLA in the region. A Chinese military affairs analyst told the Global Times that by upgrading their arsenal with the latest weapons and equipment, the PLA's high-altitude troops are gaining enhanced mobility and firepower so they can better fulfill their mission in safeguarding the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. There you have it, guys, some noticeable events that happened in the Indo-Pacific region in May 2021. Which event do you think is the most notable? Or do you know other events that I missed? Share it with us in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.